AMD is dedicated to collaborating with customers and partners to ignite the next generation of computing and graphic solutions at work, at home, and at play. Senior Product Manager with AMD is David McAfee. David, welcome into tomorrow. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Doing some pretty fun things here at CES and getting a lot of appropriate attention. Tell me what you're announcing at CES.
Well, we have a very exciting announcement at CES. In fact, this morning we announced that we're bringing to market a new platform. It's called our Yukon platform. It's going to be really our first step into the ultra-thin notebook category. And so this is really a very new direction for AMD. What we've done is enabled a great set of technologies in this product, focusing on slim and sleek design, packed with features and performance, really to enable new use cases and target this at what consumers care about most.
And no doubt this HP that I'm holding in my hands, and for those watching the video podcast available on our site, is just one example of this whole new concept.
Absolutely. Well, what we've done here really is, we with HP worked very closely and identified what we saw as a gap in the market. There's really been two extremes when it's come to the mobility space of the notebook market. On one end, you have a category of mini notebooks, which are really smaller form factor devices, 10-inch and less, that have trade-offs in terms of the performance and features that they deliver. And then at the other end of the spectrum, you have very high-end, ultra-portable notebooks, which offer more performance, very thin designs, but incredibly expensive. And what we've done with this platform is really target the middle between those two, where very few products exist today. And we think we've got a great solution to go after that space. It's a vision we jointly had with HP, and so we worked very closely with them to develop this platform and target it for the needs of the users that are in this category.
So HP is the first partner with the new Yukon platform.
Absolutely. HP is the first partner, and they're in conjunction with us launching their HP Pavilion DV2 entertainment notebook.
Well, what is the difference, David, between a mini notebook and an ultra-portable notebook? Because I think just even hearing the descriptions, one would tend to think it seems to be very much the same.
In some ways, you think about the mainstream notebook market, and there's a very wide spectrum in terms of form factors of products and features and capabilities. But on the mobility side, on products that have been focused on design or style or thinness, there really have only been those two bookends of mini notebooks, which is a category that's emerged relatively recently, and then the ultra-portable category. And again, the mini notebooks are characterized by these 10-inch and smaller type products that really over the past, I'll say, year, gained a lot of traction in the U.S. market and in other places around the world. At the other end of the spectrum, ultra-portables, really the iconic product there would be like the MacBook Air. Products where very thin, very sleek, lots of performance in that, but it carries along with it a very high price tag. And it's unattainable for many consumers. And so what we see is the opportunity to bring great capabilities, a full PC experience into that space. With this HP DV2 notebook design, we've gone down the route of delivering a full PC experience, the Windows Vista experience that really users expect for their products. We've also enabled, as a part of our solution, discrete graphics. So our ATI Mobility Radeon HD 3410 discrete graphics solution enables things like Blu-ray playback or high-definition content playback on this, which goes well beyond the capabilities of what you would expect in a notebook in this form factor.
And, of course, having ATI as part of the family really helps because the collaboration, I think, is so much easier, and it's just everybody working toward that end goal.
Absolutely. And, I think certainly what we've seen is as the notebook market has matured and begun to evolve a little bit, there's this separation where we've moved from notebook computers being a shared device in the household to things that are much more personal. And so, families are buying second and third and fourth PCs for the home. And we believe that with this product, we're targeting a space where, there is a definite step up over what can be done with a mini notebook today, and it's a great set of capabilities for a wide range of consumers.
It's funny because you mentioned the MacBook, and of course I'm reminded of the TV commercial where it's coming out of this very thin inter-office envelope. Well, guess what? This new HP will fit in that same envelope.
Absolutely it would. Yep, you're absolutely right.
And do more for less, and very cool things. Where do you see, David, the whole notebook market in, say, 2 or 3 years from now, as we head further into tomorrow? Where do you see us moving with this part of the business?
Certainly as you look at the trends in the market, as you look at the data that's been collected, people are making that transition from more desk-bound computing solutions to more mobile computing solutions. And it certainly is getting to the point where these devices become more personal. They become an extension of an individual's style and personality. And, that's going to become more and more relevant in the future.
And you think it's important, I would imagine, for the industry to make sure they take certain steps to ensure the success of the industry and probably ultimately, more importantly, addressing consumers' needs.
And I think that's actually the key right there is, we have to be careful as an industry to listen to what consumers want to do with these products and focus on technology not for the sake of technology, but technology really to solve end user needs. And that's what we're focused on with this platform, absolutely.
Well, that's neat. Don't make something just because it looks cool. Make it really productive and solve problems and do that kind of thing. Well, AMD is doing just that, especially with the new Yukon platform. No doubt we can find more about that at your website. AMD.com/CES. We'll cover particular things that David was talking about here, and we invite you to visit them. Thanks so much for joining us here at CES, and continued good luck. Let's stay in touch. Much more to talk about.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Back with more from CES that CES unveiled this hour again. I'm Dave Graveline. Don't go away as Into Tomorrow continues.